My name is Martin Klaassen, and welcome to another interview session by the virtual lighting design community. My next guest is no other than Mr. Nulty himself. Welcome.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Just for our benefit for our viewers, can you give a bit of background, what you do in your daily life, where you're based?
That's a good question. I'm an independent lighting designer. I'm founder of Nulty. So we are a lighting design practice in 5 countries. We're in London, Dubai, Bangkok, Pune and Miami. I spend my time somewhere in one of those places. As a practice, you know, we're very passionate about the impact that light has on people's lives. So for us, that's the most exciting part of the job, isn't it?
Yeah. So you're here participating in light talks. Can you tell us a little bit about the subject that you had and what it means in general for the lighting industry?
Yeah, I mean, a hot topic right now. I spoke on a panel discussion regarding the circular economy. I sort of tried to use it as a bit of a forum to call people out, because I think it's very easy right now to greenwash. Yeah. Every lighting design practice, every manufacturer, every architect, they all have a statement, you know, an environmental impact statement, or a sustainability statement, or a circular economy manifesto. And it's really easy to hide behind those words, because the reality of it is a lot of people aren't living what they're saying, you know, and that's difficult because we all run businesses, we all want to get paid, we all, you know, we're not charities.
There is a bottom line.
Yeah, so, you know, it's a challenging time at the moment because clients don't necessarily understand the requirement for time or the additional cost associated with refurbishing or reusing or repurposing luminaires. Sometimes they don't even want to do that. Recycling should be the last resort. The idea of going into landfill these days is really, you know, it's heresy. So, you know, one of the things we see on a daily basis is the premium that is associated with that. And I guess my crusade at the moment is that we need to get governments, we need to be lobbying to get people to subsidize or at least give tax breaks to businesses to encourage, you know, the use of the circular economy, because you know, if there's no financial incentive, then why is anybody going to do that?
No, I agree with you.
And I think there's precedent. I think when LEDs first came to market as a usable light source, a lot of governments subsidised the use of LEDs. In the UK, they were giving away free light bulbs for, you know, homes and things. And that's the only way they got mainstream pickup of that technology. And my feeling is that in order to really encourage people to look at not just recycling, but actually repurposing and refurbishing, then I think there has to be some kind of incentive to do that. And I think we can all sit here talking about it. The frustration for me is that we're all lighting people and we all buy into that. I think there's nothing that I've said there that anybody's going to disagree with.
No, I agree.
But are we having those conversations with people outside of the industry? You know, and I asked on the panel discussion who
it's not just about lighting.
This is a bigger picture stuff, and we need to get architects, interior designers, developers, end users talking about that subject, and that's the biggest challenge at the moment.
Now here they're trying to also contribute to the overall better lighting picture, makes things better in the world by having 3 main themes. One is the innovative lighting design. The other one is the future of sustainability, and the other one is seamless integration. Now all these, I think, subconsciously are part of the way we design anyhow. But what do you see, how do you see that impacting in your world as a lighting designer?
Honestly, it doesn't change much. You know, I think they're 3 great themes. But anybody who is a diligent designer, you know, it's the whole human-centric term for me annoys the hell out of me, because it's what we do anyway. If you're good at what you do, you're designing for people. So we are always looking to be as innovative as we can without creating too much risk for the client. You know, we're always looking to integrate, you know, seamlessly as possible. So as themes, I buy into that, and I think they're great themes to highlight. But I think as a part of the independent design community, I think it's very much in tune with what we're already doing. So I wouldn't suggest that it necessarily changes what we do. Maybe it refocuses.
I think the moving technology also supports that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think in some ways those themes support the new generations coming through. Maybe I'm just long in the tooth, right and old. But that's what we're doing. Whereas I think if you're new to the industry and you're understanding what, where the hot topics are, where the industry is going, then I think it's a really brilliant forum for coming in and immersing yourself in the industry and in the discussions that are taking place.
Now, has COVID changed a lot of things for you? Now we're entering like the post-COVID area. We all went 2-3 years of pandemic, and now we're sort of half virtual, half real. What does it mean for you in your practice?
I have more meetings than I've ever had before.
Really?
Yeah, I mean it's
real life meetings.
No, but then you can't. You're another hour on a Teams because you're immediately available, right? Is the problem.
No excuse anymore.
Yeah. So no, has it changed things for us? Yes. Certainly in the UK, we're still hybrid working for sure. The way that we design, or the certain types of projects, particularly workplace projects, have completely changed. For sure. I think
virtual commissioning. You're still,
no, we haven't. To be honest with you, we haven't really virtually commissioned. I know, nor would I want to.
Right.
And we don't like virtually designing, as it were. But yeah, I mean, it's more. In some ways, it's more collaborative, but at the same time, I think it damages the collaboration as well, because the best thing is to sit around a table and draw, and on a Teams call with people talking over each other, you don't get the same collaborative spirit, I think.
Right,
so maybe I'm old. I'm all for face-to-face meetings. But has it changed us as a business? Yeah, of course it has. And I think that's the way of the world now. I think there's less importance on face-to-face meetings, but it's
it was sort of at the birth of our virtual line design community, of which thank you for wearing proudly our sticker.
It's okay.
But can I have your views on our virtual line design platform?
VLDC, I think it's great.
Yeah.
I think we as an industry are very disparate, and we have all of these different events and different associations and different professional bodies that represent, and half of them don't talk to each other. And I think to use VLDC as a sort of a repository for knowledge and pulling opinions and discussions together, it's really powerful. And I think also, as we live in a world now where it's now acceptable to go to YouTube and learn things, knowledge is no longer power. As I keep saying to people, when I grew up, you kind of held on to knowledge and didn't share it because knowledge was power. Knowledge isn't power anymore. Collaboration and sharing that knowledge is exactly where the power is. So something like a body like VLDC facilitates that. It creates a sense of community, and it really facilitates the sharing of knowledge, which makes everybody powerful. So for me, I think I would encourage anybody to get involved, share that knowledge, because we're all going to benefit, and it's ultimately one voice for the benefit of the lighting design community.
We really appreciate your presentation there, and it was one of the most watched, by the way.
Thank you.
To round off, what gets you out of bed every morning? What drives you as
I would
Paul
say
Nulty and lighting?
My daughter. No.
Because we're all passionate about something, and then I'd like to know what.
That's true. I mean, I love people.
Yeah.
I think the reason if I really drill down into why I love light, that I'm passionate about it and I love lighting. I love lighting because of the effect it has on people, and I love watching people walk into a space and emotionally engage with that space. So that's why I'm a lighting designer. But to get out of bed, I love politicians aren't obviously, but I love my team. My team are wonderful. And I love mentoring, I love working with them, I love meeting clients. For me, it's that I'm very passionate about relationships and engaging people, and going on a journey with a client or an architect or the team, and sort of getting them to buy into the narrative of whatever our design is, and taking them on that journey. And I think it's such a wonderful medium, such a powerful tool that is often, dare I say it, unappreciated by many. But I think we have so much power as lighting designers. I think we should do good for it. So for me, getting out of bed every day is about engaging with the team, with clients, with projects, and using, that amazing tool to be an unsung hero. Because if you get it right, nobody knows you've done it, and if you get it wrong, everybody knows. So I'm very privileged, and I've said it before, but until Liverpool come and sign me as a striker, or NASA come and sign me as an astronaut, then I'm going to be a lighting designer. I don't think there's anything else I could do.
Paul Nulty, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks
it's a
for
pleasure.
sharing.
Thank you.